Well, tonight she left to do her rural postie run, but Linda Warrington never made it, and her husband tonight speaks about the day his world collapsed. Also tonight, what do we know of the dog that tore its owner apart yesterday in Dunedin? And we know all these songs. Tonight, a rare interview with Neil Diamond. Good evening. Well, the storm has passed, but it's left to despair. I said, there's only one Neil Diamond.
Warm, touching warm, reaching out.
We spoke to one of the great personalities of rock. Rod Stewart was on the programme. He's been around for 40-odd years. Tonight, another 40-year-old man, one of the great singer-songwriters of his generation, Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond, writer of songs like Cherry, Cherry, Holly, Holly, Sweet Caroline, Suleiman, Song Sung Blue, You Don't Bring Me Flowers, I Said, and many others, is coming to New Zealand. And you might wonder why, really, at his age, at the age of 63, and all that fame and money and success, Neil Diamond is still touring at this time of his life. Well, Neil Diamond in Los Angeles.
I think I must love it. There's no rational answer for somebody going out and traveling and living in strange hotels for weeks and months at a time. You know, but there is something very exciting about it.
Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good.
You know, at this point in my career, to be welcomed by an audience, there's nothing quite like it. So I think all of those things, you know, add up and make me go out again.
You were always a songwriter. Do you write less now, or do the songs still come pouring out?
Well, you know, that's interesting. I've been writing since I was 16 years old, so this goes back quite a ways. And I'm in the process now of writing for my next album, which I'll start recording late next month. And the songs still are coming. They're still there. I don't know exactly where they come from, but when they do come, I like to be there to catch them, to put them down on paper, to improve them, to find new and interesting ways of saying old and boring things. It's, you know, it's a kind of a profession of eurekas, you know, just full of eurekas.
Do you still get a huge buzz from people all around the world loving your music? Do you love that?
Oh, of course. I mean, it's the greatest thing because, you know, it doesn't matter how much time you spend being in the public spotlight or having success. You're always rooted in those times of your life when you were rejected and were unsuccessful and were struggling. So that's at the root and the core and the foundation of what I am, that person that rang doorbells for years and years and was rejected and whose music was rejected. So to me, it's amazing. I didn't expect any kind of success, just enough so that I would be able to make a weekly salary and be able to do music. So now I'm singing my own music, and I'm known over the world to a large degree. So this is something that I not only didn't expect, I never dared to dream.
And what about your life, Neil? I mean, do you go out much? Do you stay at home? Do you live in one place? Do you spend summers in Saint-Tropez? How do you live your life?
Sounds nice. I live for the most part in Los Angeles. I didn't think I would stay here for this long, but it is a very seductive kind of a city. It's very comfortable. The weather is always beautiful. It's never winter here. It never rains because it's the desert. I bought a cabin in Colorado about 10 years ago. I like to go skiing when I can. I like being in the mountains. It's a change of pace. But for the most part, I live in Los Angeles. I do go out once in a while. I go out to the movies. Went out to the movies a couple of nights ago. I saw a wonderful Tom Cruise movie, that Collateral movie. Loved it. go out and have a bite to eat, go out and buy a cigar at my local cigar store. You know, just do normal things. The people that, the places I go to for breakfast, or I'll go for Starbucks in the morning, they know me, and, you know, they say hi, and it's kind of friendly. It's a pretty mundane life now that I think about it. It's pretty boring. You know, the only time I have any excitement really is when I, you know, get dressed up and go and do an interview with Paul Holmes in Auckland, and, you know, go out and perform on stage.
So what do you remember of New Zealand the last time you were here? What are your memories of New Zealand?
Well, for me to say, it's kind of redundant, but it is one of the most gorgeous, visually, one of the most beautiful countries in the world. The people are vibrant and enthusiastic and warm. But I do have real beautiful memories of the beauty of the country itself, the countryside, the mountains. I've played Christchurch before, and I remember the thickness of the grass in Christchurch. The huge glaciers and rivers, and everything was overwhelming. It was bigger than life. It was bigger than nature. And that's my recollection of New Zealand. It is bigger than nature. It's its own category. And I can't wait to get back.
Neil Diamond from Los Angeles. Neil Diamond is going to be here in March of next year for 2 concerts, one in Christchurch, one in Wellington. Did you hear that line? The tourist people could use that to market New Zealand. Bigger than nature. Not bad, is it? It's a good line. So Neil's, yes, very interesting, isn't it? He's got the condo, what do you call it? He's got the cabin in Colorado. I expect that to be fairly large. A large wooden log construction. And then the apartment in New York City, I would imagine, if that's taking a year or so to do up, I would imagine that's quite salubrious as well, wouldn't you? Anyway, very nice man. Seems a very nice fellow. Olympics tonight.